wanted to review the 30S extra large edition, and I heard they discontinued basically these handheld console device things. And what amazed me is that I hadn't had this for that long, since like probably 2017, and it's been 2 years now. And I basically bought it new, and then I had to buy. The gripe is I had to buy the charge kit separate from these new consoles because they don't put them in a box anymore. And back in 2011, I had bought the Legend of Zelda edition, but for whatever reason, I returned it back because it was just basically, I had so much stuff at the time that I returned it because I didn't have time to play it, and then I ended up buying this edition years later in 2017. So I had one prior. It's just that I basically bought it new. I have my last name Ortega on the profile. I'm gonna try to show as proof. I always play as Dunk Hut because that's like the character that I was familiar with. That it was newer character that was introduced into this edition. And I'm trying to show you my last name, or Ortega Ortega. And I basically unlocked all the standard combatant extra people that you can unlock, but except for the people that you buy. So I didn't feel like buying characters. I basically give it a 4 out of 5, even though I'm not a huge Nintendo fanboy. I'm more of a PlayStation guy, and I also own the Vita, but that'll go in a separate video. But I'm reviewing the 30S extra large edition. And it was just because to pass the time, if I'm outplaced and I'm bored, I would be able to play games. And most of the games that I get, I complete. I just hadn't had time to really review because stuff goes on within life, and basically trying to find a way to put on a platform and discuss is another thing, because I don't know if this is sort of suitable. I have a bed, it just says my room, and posters up, and this is from Nintendo. I was a fan from way back when that I had gotten this in a mall that I have my picture up in Twitter, Midcap Softball. Sears back then used to have displays of all the Nintendo stuff, and hence I have Nintendo and Street Fighter and Yoshi on a Crash Bandicoot board, which I custom. I have the Vita. I had two Vitas, one that basically got ruined by putting Clorox wipes on, and then basically had to go out and buy another edition of the Vita. So I didn't know the screens are really delicate. So I don't wipe mine down anymore. I just leave it as is, even though I go and there's dust sometimes and stuff on it, but it isn't really just minor gripe. But I gave it a 4 out of 5, the 30S, because you had to buy. It would have gotten a 5 out of 5, but you had to buy your own charge kit for it. And I figured I didn't have one lying around because I had one prior, but you have to return it with everything with it. I had 2011, it's 2017. I went out and bought another one. And basically showing that I have all of the characters basically unlocked, the ones that can be unlocked, not bought. You can buy amiibos and place them on there, but I only did that with Bowser, and then Bowser's basically unlocked characters, so I don't know what it does. It probably gives you store points or some kind of crazy boost for the character, but I'm unsure.